There's a specific reason why us Caribbeans and Africans growing up, they tell us not to eat at strangers' house, not to eat at anybody's house, to be honest. That was so embedded in me that till this day, I will not eat at people's house. Not only is it because that not everybody is clean, but it's also because that you don't know what that person put in that food. Scary story time. So there was this guy, let's call him Leo. So Leo had this friend, and this was like his best friend. Let's call him Sam. And this is a real quick story time. Sam and Leo basically like grew up together. They were super close, like the bestest of friends. Sam had a younger sister. Let's call her Julia. Now, at this point of the story, Sam and Leo are about maybe 22, 23, and Julia was only a year younger than them. But growing up, Julia always had the biggest crush on Leo. And it was super obvious, like they both knew. But because that was Sam's little sister, like he respected that. He never looked at her that way. But that did not stop her from constantly shooting her shot. And so Leo already knew the rule not to eat at anybody's house, and so did Sam, and so did Julia. But they are like family, so eating at their house was like a normal thing. So anyways, one day they had a little get together, like game night type of thing at their house, at Julie and Sam's house. You know, I keep saying Julie, so we're just gonna say Julie. And so Julie got really drunk and finally like outright confessed her love for Leo, like in front of everybody. And so Leo had to let her down very easily, and he was very gentle about it. He told her, hey, you've had a lot to drink. And she's like, I don't care. Drunk minds speak sober thoughts. I'm telling you the truth. So what's up? Like, and Leo's like, I'm sorry. You're my best friend's sister, and I really don't look at you that way. I'm sorry. I love you. I got love for you, but it's just not that way. And so Julie starts crying because now she's embarrassed. And she's still drunk, so she's like in tears. She's screaming, she's throwing things. And at this point, party's over, everybody's going home. And so Leo goes home, he apologizes to Sam, and Sam is like, you have nothing to apologize about. Like, she should have known by now that you didn't see her like that. And so the next day, he gets a phone call from Julie, and he was very hesitant about answering, but he answered anyway. He picks up the phone, and immediately, she is super apologetic. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I got drunk. I should have never acted that way. I want to make it up to you. Please come over to the house. I'm cooking today. I will make you a plate, and I promise you this will never happen again. Like, I will never bring it up again. I respect your wishes and your decisions and your boundaries. Please, I'm so sorry. And so this is kind of like a weight lifted off his shoulder because he didn't want things to start being weird with him and his best friend and going over there because he would always go over there. And so before he left, his mom had cooked. And his mom is like, hey, eat before you leave. And he's like, no, I'm about to eat anyway. And his mom is like, no, I just made the food. Just eat. Please just eat. And so he ate a plate of his mom's food before he left. He didn't eat too much, but he ate some. And so he goes over. Indeed, she cooked. Everybody's eating. And she makes him a plate. She is super apologetic still. And he took the plate, but then they all started to have a very good conversation, and he didn't really eat. And so he explained that he ate before he came, but he will pack the food and take it with him. She's like, no, I think you should eat now. Just eat it now. You know, I made a lot of effort. I really just want to apologize, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no worries. I will eat it as soon as I get home. I promise. And she was really trying to convince him to eat it, but it didn't really work. So she packs it for him and he goes home. So he gets home, he puts the food down, and he checks on his mom, and his mom is taking a nap. And so he checks on her and he closes the door, and the noise from the door closing wakes his mom up. And she wakes up freaking out. She's like, oh my God, my son, I'm so glad you're home. I just had this terrible dream about you. She had a dream that he was sinking into the ground and she couldn't save him. And he was screaming for help, for her to help him, I mean. And that's when like she woke up. And he's like, no, Ma, I'm fine. I just came from, Sam's house. Julie had made me some food. And so he finally explained to her what happened the night before. And immediately she's like, don't eat that food. He's like, what do you mean? Like, everybody ate the food. And she's like, did she make your plate? He's like, yeah. And she's like, do not touch that food. I don't know what it is, but I can feel that you're not supposed to eat that food. As a matter of fact, bring the food to me. And so that's what he did. He brought the food to his mom. And his mom is like, if I'm right, I don't ever want you to go over there anymore. I'm not saying don't be friends with Sam anymore, but you need to cut ties with his sister. He just like brushes her off like, yeah, she always talking. However, less than 2 hours later, his mom calls him to her room. And lo and behold, the plate of food that was freshly made that day was full of maggots, bugs, flies, any type of critters that you can think of. the food was full of it. Now, this would be normal had it been food that was left out for days. But this food was cooked a few hours before. Mom was like, that girl tried to get you.